Hey guys, it's Leah. So today I thought I would do a quick midweek video, which is going to be a first impressions video, which I've not really done before, so I thought that I would do one today, and it's going to be on the collection #conceal and light like a pro palette. So this is a new palette from Collection which is based around concealing and highlighting the face, and I bought it for about $3.99 I believe, which is an introductory price, so I think it normally costs about £5, but it was on offer for $3.99 I think it was, from Boots. So this is what the palette looks like. It's basically black and it just has kind of this orangey goldy writing on it which just says Collection and then the #conceal and light like a pro. I think the packaging is really boring and tacky. It's like that kind of cardboard, and then it's got magnets, but they're really loose magnets. They're not really strong, so I don't think it would really stay shut in like a plane or something like that, but I don't think that really matters as it's only cheap. And then on the back it has kind of instructions on how to use it. So it has the shades here, not names, but like whether it's a concealer, a corrector, or a highlighter, or whatever, and some instructions. So this is what the palette looks like inside. So the first 4 shades here are concealer shades. Obviously, that won't be a concealer shade for me, that'll be more like a contouring shade, but you're basically supposed to mix the shades to get the right concealer colour for you. And this palette is only in like one colour. You can't get it in light, medium, dark, or whatever. It just is this one palette. It then comes with 3 colour correcting shades. It comes with a green colour corrector, purple, and is this the yellow? Yeah, yellow colour corrector. And then this one is a highlighter. Also, I just want to say I have never actually used any concealer palettes or ever tried colour correcting. So this is literally going to be an entire first impressions on the whole concealer palette and colour correcting field in a way. I've never tried any of these things before, so it's not just going to be a first impressions on this particular palette, it's going to be first impressions on colour correcting and concealer palettes. So I don't know if I'm going to be using these correctly. I am going to be using the instructions on the back, so if you have any tips on where to use each of these colours, then please let me know in the description, because it would really help me out. So that's also just to say I'm not a professional or anything. I'm not teaching you how to do it, I'm trying out and doing a first impressions. So it says to blend the concealer shades together to suit your skin tone and work to hide blemishes and imperfections. So that's what I'm going to be doing first. So that's obviously the first 4 shades here. I may also try and use this as a cream contour shade and contour the face a little bit. And to do that with, I'm going to be using the Eco Tools concealer brush, which is like a flat brush, and I'm just going to wipe it out with the is that the right word? Collect some product from the palette and then just wipe it onto the areas I feel need concealing, I guess. Also, my skin is quite good at the minute, so there's not really any particular big spots or anything that I need to worry about, but we'll see. I have a spot here, so I'm going to try and cover that up. I don't really know which shade to take, so I'm going to try this one. So that doesn't really seem to be concealing very well in my opinion. I'm going to try and go around my chin area. I'm mixing this one and this one because I have quite yellowy toned skin. I'm going to take a wet sponge and try and blend them in further to make them look a little bit more natural and blended. So as I said, I don't really have too many spots or anything at the moment, so I'm going to move on to the next bit. The next bit says to apply the yellow and highlighter shades to help brighten dark circles under the eyes. So that is these 2 colours here, so I'm going to try these out. The highlighter shade looks really pretty, but I can't imagine really using it under your eyes. It's really shimmery, so maybe it will be quite like a highlighting base in a way. Not really very concealing, it just literally gives a shimmer. It's really pretty, but not really for under the eyes in my opinion. So I'm going to try the yellow now, which does look quite pigmented, and I'm going to take this under my eyes. Ow, that went straight in my eyeball. Once again, I don't really think this is making a difference at all. It's not really concealing my under eye circles, but I'm going to take the sponge and try and blend that in a little bit more. Yeah, it's not making a difference at all. The highlighting shade is nice, but not for this. I'm going to try and highlight the high points on my face, so I'm going to focus more on this part. And I'm also really sorry if you can hear the wind. It's really windy and rainy today. So I don't think that has made a massive difference to my under eyes. It's kind of brightened them a little bit, but not really concealed them. But the concealer shade is, the highlighter shade, sorry, is quite nice. But I don't know, it's more for kind of highlighting the high points. Kind of doesn't really seem worth it. So the next step is to use the green concealer and apply this to areas of rosy complexion. And it will help to neutralise the skin tone. So I'm going to be taking the green shade, which is here, it's like a mint green, and I'm going to be taking this around this area because on my face I'm quite red there. So I'm a little bit worried about what this is going to do to my skin. It just kind of looks really light and white on my skin. I don't really know how I feel about this. Once again, I'm going to be using the sponge because I feel like this isn't really blending it in very well. Or maybe the products just don't really blend too well. Obviously, like I said, I don't really know what to expect from this palette, but so far I'm not a massive fan. I don't really think it's blending very well or making much of a difference, so it's kind of not worth it in a way. I mean, I know it's really cheap and I did only get this just to try it out and see if I like the idea of colour correcting and concealer palettes, but so far I'm not really a massive fan. I mean, that might have helped a tiny bit to neutralise the skin and reduce the redness a little bit, actually. I think it has. Let me know in the comments if you think that has helped with the redness a little bit, because I think it may have done. Okay, so purple again I think is meant to go under the eyes, which is this one right here, which is a really light purple, and hopefully this will work a little bit better under the eyes. I imagine it will, but I don't really know. I imagine this would really lighten the eyes, but then kind of your under eye circles are sort of a purpley, bluey colour anyway, so maybe it won't work. Please help me out, I don't know how to use this. The final step says, once fully blended, follow with your favourite collection foundation. I'm not going to be using a collection one. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Dream Satin Liquid Foundation in the shade 4 Light Porcelain, which I will get back to you once I've applied this. So I've just finished applying my foundation, and I also popped on a little bit of the 17 up to 18 hour Stay Time Concealer, and I think it blended really, really nicely on top, and I really like the finish that it gives. It looks really natural and glowy and bright, and I really like the way that it looks. But to be honest with you, I don't really think it's worth going through all of these steps to get this look. I think a normal concealer will sort all these problems out, and this specific one didn't really make a difference. I don't see a massive difference that my normal concealer wouldn't fix, and yeah. Once again, I don't really know what to expect from this and if it should really make a massive difference, but really I don't see the point in this, and I probably won't be purchasing a better one or a more expensive one anytime soon, because quite frankly I don't really see the point in this. But I hope you enjoyed this quick midweek video, and I'll see you all in my next one. Bye guys!